Hello, welcome to the Barbecue Network channel. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. What's new out there? What's everyone up to? This is a review for a movie that very few people have seen or talked about, and it's called Drillbit Taylor. You may see it when you're flipping around on HBO or one of them channels, and you probably not watched the whole thing straight through. But I happened to be on the set of this movie for one day of filming, and it was filmed at a local coffee place that I used to frequent in Santa Monica. Actually, the Coffee Bean in Santa Monica on Ocean Park. So if anyone's familiar with the area, it's the Coffee Bean looks a little different than others. You'll know it as soon as you see it. When you walk into it, you'll be like, oh, this is where Drillbit Taylor was filmed. Or if you watch Drillbit Taylor, you'll be like, oh, I've been there before. One of the two things will happen, depending on when you see it, etc. I'm having a wonderful day. I hope everyone else is having a wonderful day as well. Why don't I read you the description of this movie, since this is a Paramount movie, and it was made after the success of Knocked Up and Superbad, etc. Get ready for even more laughs with the uproarious extended survival edition of Drillbit Taylor. Owen Wilson gives a hilariously funny performance as a beach bum soldier of fortune who is hired by three high schoolers being tormented by resident school bullies. Its nerds get revenge in a big way with side-splitting deleted scenes not shown in theaters and outrageous outtakes you'll want to watch over and over. You won't be able to stop laughing as Drillbit trains these kids so they can ultimately turn the tables and exact their revenge. Well, I'm going to put this on in the background today and check it out a little bit more. Sure, I've seen it. Sure, I've reviewed it, or I've come to an opinion on it. And I was going to say, is this the greatest movie in the world? Absolutely not. But it's a relatively harmless film. I believe it was PG-13 when it came out, and the special features and everything make it R. Troy Gentile, who would then go on to be in, I think the Goldbergs or some sitcom on ABC. It's got a lot of special features. Seth Rogen wrote it with a guy named Christopher Brown. His usual writing partner, I think, is called Evan Goldberg or something. So it's a different writing partner. There's several features. Starts out with these kids. They don't seem like the biggest dorks in the world, I guess, but they're getting picked on. I don't ever really feel bad for the kids getting picked on. I don't ever really feel bad for any kids getting picked on. It's up to the kids to respond and bully back. I was bullied. I bullied back. I became, of a stronger wit and stronger ability to torment others than other bullies. Stronger in, physical fighting than others. So for those that want to keep being meek and everything like that and just shine things on, you're going to take a lot of shit in the world. Newsflash. I know a lot of people say that you guys shouldn't bully and all that, but I think bullying actually strengthens people in a way. I know take it from experience. I was bullied mercilessly throughout junior high, and I don't really have sympathy for others who can't figure out ways to bully back. I don't know. I hate to sound callous. Now, I guess it's something different if you have something very, very, very wrong with you and you're getting bullied, because then those people should back off. But if you're a relatively normal kid and you just can't stand up for yourself and you're getting bullied, you need to learn how to fight back. And that's politically incorrect to say so, but you really do need to learn how to fight back, because in this world, you're going to get taken advantage of. And what the best thing is when you're an adult is you can just stay inside your house and not worry about a damn thing and take care of your own stuff, right? That's what you can do in this world as an adult. When you're a kid and you got still people in your head, I don't know. You need to face that stuff, is what I'm saying. Because when you're an adult, you don't want to be refacing that stuff all over again. I'm completely content when I'm sitting at home sometimes. You know why? Because I face the demons. I face the people that fuck with me. I fuck with them back. And that's the only way you can get by in this world. All right. So Drillbit Taylor's a man after my own heart in a way. But I really don't like any of his shtick too much. That's got to be honest. I think he's a funny character. He is a soldier of fortune in some ways, but I don't really think that he's, reached the great heights of, SEAL Team 6 or anything like that. I feel that I think he's homeless in the film, in fact. So it's a little bit odd to hire, this quote-unquote homeless gentleman to go to bat for you, I guess. He's a grown man as well. So, with that being said, I mean, I think that there was some basis for this story. I remember hearing that Judd Apatow knew of someone who had hired someone to protect their kids. So, what can I say about this movie? I mean, of all the Owen Wilson movies, I think this is the least talked about. This one was kind of hurt. It opened around 20 million at the box office, so way higher than some of his other more recent movies, such as Father Figures or Family Figures, whatever that was called, and the action movie he was in, and Hall Pass. Those all did open as well as this, I don't think. So yeah, it's basically he's a beachbum soldier of fortune hired by 3 high schoolers. So it's kind of a time capsule now because it's pre-internet bullying and all that. So it's old school bullying that they're doing. Jackson Degovia, old buddy of mine, does the production design on this film. I didn't realize that. He was the production designer on Die Hard and a couple other films. I had no idea that he was the production designer on this particular film. Didn't know that. Produced by Judd Apatow. So you might be, when you're watching this movie, how the fuck did this get made? Because there's really nothing special too much about it. It's because, 40-Year-Old Virgin and Superbad really changed things. And they're like, hey, if this guy can make a family-friendly film that can, do that kind of box office, then we really got something. The only problem is no one's heard of this movie because it opened opening weekend and then dropped. Probably made about 50 million and probably cost 20, 30 million. So basically broke even after all the marketing and stuff. So the problem is Owen Wilson was kind of going out of control those days. He was hanging out a lot with Steve Coogan and Courtney Love and others. And he either sliced himself or cut himself or did some kind of drug where he had people expecting him or thinking that he did something to harm himself. And that was actually a story for him. God, how many years ago was that now? 11? Jeez. So that was kind of the negative publicity attached to this movie, if any. I watched it on, I think I bought this from my grandma and me because I used to like to watch movies over at her house and just kind of chill. She would drink a little vodka or whatever and smoke her cigarettes, and we, would watch movies. We did that for years and years and years. God bless her. She was amused by the movie. It's a very slight movie. You got Leslie Mann, of course, in it, because what would a Judd Apatow movie be without Leslie Mann? And overall, definitely it's a time waster. It's let me look back at how the 2000s were, because they're almost 90s now, if you can believe it. They're almost 2 decades old. So the 90s are almost 3 decades old. Things I don't like about it is it can't go one way or another. I don't like Danny McBride in it anyway. I just don't like Danny McBride. Josh Peck is in it. I think he's more well known now. And the chubby or heavyset kid, I've never really seen him again. I like the training scenes when the kids are toughening up. And overall, I just feel, if you've never seen the movie, you could do a lot worse. But it sounds almost made up, Drillbit Taylor, So, of all the Judd Apatow produced movies, though, I have to say I really do like this one quite a lot. Of all the Judd Apatow produced or directed movies, this is way better than This Is 40. This is pretty much better than Funny People because it's an hour shorter. What else has he made? Why does the guy get so much credit for shit? I mean, Knocked Up, first time I saw it was good, but I don't know how that really holds up. Well, anyway, I really, if you're going to get any edition of the film, you might as well get this extended survival edition because it has a lot of special features. I believe I paid $1 for this back in the day. More than gotten its money's worth through the time. And look forward to doing some more reviews and discussions. May have Narek on a video a little bit later. And for now, hope everyone enjoys their afternoon. This has been a brief review of Drillbit Taylor. I recommend it if you want to just watch a comedy from the era. Not necessarily the funniest, not even that good of a movie, but it'll pass the time. Bye for now.